in the future. I'm not going to give you times a year or not, because then you're going to be expecting that, and then you will withdraw the energy further away. Okay. So what's going on in general is that he's having difficulty, problems, issues because of the spouse, and he's missing you, waiting for you to contact him. Number 7, again, we already discussed, if you want to do anything, then, you know, you can reach out to him and then you'll start the conversation. If you reach out to him, don't reach out to him to say, you know, why you haven't called me, why this and why that, and, you know, don't be reproaching him about anything. Instead, call him with a happy attitude and with a sincereness, and just say, baby, whatever you use, say, call him because I miss you and I would love to be with you. I miss you. I miss being with you intimately, and I'm here for you. And I know that you and I are worth it. Simple as that. Clear. Okay? Then wait, let the waters come down. Let's see what he says. Because I feel that he's definitely going to reach out after that. So the blocks are, both of you are married, and you're going to have to process that first. You know, you're going to have to process that first. But don't, I know that eventually you will be divorced eventually, even though your spouse still cares for you. The Virgo still cares for you. He's devastated, and he will be very devastated that you will decide completely to divorce, okay? Because I feel that in back of his head, he's hoping that maybe you will take the initiative to reach out to him and restore the situation. But he's still hurt right now, so. Okay, so then, so what you need to watch out is that eventually I feel the Aries will find out about you in some type of way, and she just might think that you are a gold digger, is what she's going to say. I don't know why, but this is what I sensed it here. And I think that because maybe she feels that every time he does something that he's not supposed to as a husband, she thinks that he sees other women, and those women are after only one thing. Okay, or that's just her excuse, accepting when he is and I don't know why I said mistreat. I think it's her way also of accepting the things that he does that he's not supposed to, like saying, well, it's not my husband's fault that he does what he does. It's women that they come after what he has. Okay, she's excusing it, in other words, but I feel that she's had enough of that. Okay, now let me see the third spread and we'll see the overall. So I feel that he, depending how long they've been married, I feel that he's probably done it once before or twice. And so therefore she finds excuses for it. And so she's going to think that you're doing, you know, the same thing. Okay, Arcana, show me what must need to know. Show me what must need. The overall for my client. See the overall picture. Let's see where everyone stands at the end. Arcana, show me what must need to know. Thank you. Thank you, Arcana. Show me. Thank you, Arcana. I'm sensing that there's another man trying to enter your life. The Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But either way, I definitely see love coming your way in reference to the intimacy that you're hoping and longing. Okay, on my third spread, it covers some time after, I want to say June. But again, depending on how you take the predictions, it can come even sooner. I'm telling you already, the Aries lady will find out about you, and there will be some type of conflict, some type of argument. And so keep that in mind. Your spouse eventually will move from the house. I think that he might be the one moving from the home. Your spouse. Even though he loves you. Okay. I definitely see a reunion coming back between you and the Libra, but I will tell you this, that you're not gonna be too happy and too pleased about the situation, because I see some cheating happening here in reference to the Libra, meaning that he's gonna be very dishonest with you about the legal issues that he might have pending within his life. Could be because of the marriage, and also in the intimacy department. I'll tell you. Let me see what else I can see in a minute. As we saw it in the second spread, I see it on the third spread as well here, okay? I feel that in your life, there will be another man. So if you're asking me, is the Libra the right person for me? No. Temporarily, yes. Right now and next year, off and on. So what I'm sensing here is that eventually, who is the one for you will be Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, okay? And for him, he has another woman also lined in there, someone that is also in Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And I feel that this woman also will be slightly older than him. Now, he will continue to be a little bit manipulative in reference to the intimacy department when it comes to you, when it comes to his wife, and when it comes to any other woman in his life, is what I'm sensing here, unfortunately. I hate to give, bad news, but I'm looking for you. I'm looking out for you, most importantly. So if I see it, I say it. Now, it's just, that's how I see it. So I feel that as of right now, he is having some type of conversation with this other woman through his job, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. He likes her quite well. He considers her friend right now, okay? But I feel that further down the line, it could move to something different. Further down the line next year. Okay, again, these energies can change depending on how you take these predictions, because this is what I'm sensing here. Because if you come back to him, he could do a return on that situation and see himself walking away from this person eventually, okay? So he seems to walk away quite fast out of drama, meaning like he gets himself out of it, like saying, it's not my fault, I didn't have nothing to do with this, is what I'm sensing from him right now. I definitely see movement of home, so it will either be your spouse or you, but definitely there will be a movement. I feel more of your spouse. As of right now, your spouse is thinking that maybe he should just leave and let you, do what you need to do. Because it's very painful. It's very hard for him to see the situation that is going on within your home environment. He may not show it, he may not see it, he might distance himself from your home as well, but that's what he's going through his mind right now on the Virgo. He's very hurt, very disappointed, and he's thought over and over, can I fix this situation? Can I fix it? Can it be better? So he's thought about it, and he wishes to, because he's still in love with you, okay? And he wants to fix it because of the family. And he feels that, yes, things can work eventually, but at the end of the day, he also feels that you will continue to cheat on him with the Libra, that you will decide to take that Libra again. So either way, in the back of his mind, he thinks he wants it. He would love to, but he feels that you will cheat on him again. And so that's the fallback on that situation, okay? And I got to tell you that I still don't see a divorce, and we're on the third spread here. I still don't see a divorce here. I know I saw it on the second spread. So I feel that because I don't see it now on the third spread, I feel that there will be an attempt of legal separation, but not happening, okay? I'm just gonna have to say what I see. I feel that from either end, there will be an attempt to do a legal separation, but not complete the whole thing. Because I feel if and when the Libra comes into your life, I feel that you're going to see things about him that you are not liking anymore, that you're very disappointed in him for the way that he will distance himself again from you. And so therefore, you just might have a new renewal in reference to your family situation, okay? But I also, again, like I see another person in your life here. I see a Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Another person in your line sent for you if you wish it to be, okay? I definitely see that. Now, let me see here. There is another person by the third spread, another person that could be interested in your spouse, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or woman. it's almost like he's giving the back to that person. I think that the pain that he's under is not letting him connect to, you know, in emotional level to any other woman right now, to tell you the truth. And if he does enter into any type of commitment with another woman, it would only be friendship with benefits to him. Okay, it might be different for the other woman, though. I'll tell you, she's gonna fall in love with him. But he doesn't think he could fall in love with another woman, and I'm referring to your spouse right now. Okay, yeah. Your spouse sometime next year will be in a very depressive mode, so keep that in mind. He will be in a very depressive mode, feeling very blocked, very confused, trapped within his emotions, and in silence within himself. Unfortunately, what I have to say is that he cries. Okay, what went wrong is what he's saying. Like, what really went wrong? Did I do all the blame? Did she do all the blame? Or is it she fully to blame, or am I fully to blame? It's what's going into your spouse's mind. Okay, so keep that in mind. That just because just because someone says I forgive you doesn't mean that they've let go. You know, every little thing that you do takes them back to that point. Unfortunately, that's what happens when we get cheated on, or when they cheat on us. It sits there. Okay, so be very cautious. I definitely see a return for that Libra, and but remember that he's going to be a little bit dishonest within the situation. Okay, and I know you're going to be happy. You're looking forward to it, and I know that you feel what you feel for him, but just keep in mind that he's, you know, mingling out there, you know, trying to flirt with someone else. And I think that the wife has already had enough of his situation for some reason, and she is on him. She's keeping him a short leash is what I see on him, and he's hoping for you to contact him. I guess he's like that. I guess he feels that he's all Mr. Goody Tushy, that women need to come onto him. So only you know. Now, you and your spouse in this spread are priest and high priestess, and I'm just going to do the whole tarots here. Let me see. Kind of show me más que need to know for the overall picture line. Arcana, show me más que need to know. Show me más que need to know. Who ends up where and with who? Who ends up where and with who? For you and your spouse situation. You and your spouse are priest and high priestess. Okay, and then we'll see the outline. The universe is bringing you some changes that you've been hoping and waiting for, it's telling me here. There's another man lined up for you in the future, and there's another woman lined up for your spouse further down the line in the future. Okay? I'm also sensing that the Libra is going through some hardships right now in his personal intimacy life, because he's doing things that he's not supposed to. He's acting a little bit foolish, a little naive, and acting like he's 21-year-old, and you know that he can do all what he wants in his life. Okay. So, we have the Tower here at the end, which I feel that there will be changes coming in your life. I still see you and your spouse here at the very end. I feel that you might decide to try to see if you can fix one more time the situation at home with your spouse. I think that you're going to have a conversation with your spouse in reference to this, asking him, do you think that we can fix it? But I feel that that will take place further down the line next year, when you see for yourself that the Libra is not the one suited for you, that the Libra is not who you think he is. What you feel for him could have been lust, could not necessarily be the true love of your life. You could have love for him, but not be the actual love for you. Okay, because I don't see him being committed to that sense in reference to you. The Libra is having some type of problems in his relationship, in his marriage, because he's thinking, I'm just going to wait out to see what this person does and what that other person does, is what the Libra is saying. So basically, he's letting everybody else decide and do whatever. And then he's sitting there like a pretty boy and saying, I have not done anything. I'm sticking here because I haven't done anything. They need to come to me. It's almost like what I'm sensing from the Libra. Being arrogant is what I'm seeing here. Okay? And that what that's going to cause is changes in his love relationship between you, between his spouse, and including another woman. Okay. There will be a legal separation eventually within the Libra and the Aries because of another woman. It could be you, but it could be somebody else is what I'm sensing. Okay. And there will be lies, deceitfulness, betrayal in reference to you and in reference to the Libra. In both relationships, I see difficulty. Okay. It's what I'm sensing here. And I feel that you're going to be very lonely, disappointed in reference to the Libra not acting the way you wish him to act when it comes to you. Okay? I feel that you're more mature in this relationship than the Libra is. I feel that you know what you want. You're set and ready, but he's not. Okay? And unfortunately, he could have feelings for you, but because he's not ready, he's still in the stages of not wanting to accept what's coming ahead. He's still in the stages where he feels that he can get what he wants when he wants it and how he wants it. So that to me is immaturity and not willing to be responsible for his actions. Okay? So his downfall will be that, and then also losing you eventually further down the line. Okay? It's what I'm seeing here. Let me see something here. And I definitely don't see your spouse wanting anybody else, even if they come alone. I definitely don't see that, because even if eventually further down the line another person comes into your spouse's life, I feel that he still does not want anybody else in his life. He's not thinking of that now or any in the near future, okay? He doesn't want any more problems. He doesn't want to be lied, deceit, betrayed again. So, and to him is, I know it's going to take a lot of work, and I know it's going to take some lonely time the way he's been feeling right now. But eventually, he still sees you as next to him. Whether he stays or leaves, he still sees you as his wife, as the mother of his children. And it is what it is. He's in love with you. Your spouse is in love with you. Now, if the decision to separate between you and your spouse was yours, I feel that is... I want to say a downfall, because even though if you can find yourself to forgive yourself what you've done and learn this lesson and understand what it is you're missing within your marriage, and what it is that this other person outside the home gave you, and if can you get what you had outside, can you get it at home? Absolutely you can. You just have to find the way to do so. Okay? Unless you're not meant to be together, but I'll tell you in a minute. I think that there's a karma that you have to deal and finish with the Libra, and that is why you're so attached to him. There's a karma situation that you have to do with him, but eventually I'm seeing that more so it is your spouse for you. Yeah. See, the Aries is in love with the Libra, but she's going to find out that he's being very deceitful, lied, and betrayed. So therefore, that's why she's going to end up leaving him. And telling him that she's going to leave him empty without nothing. Okay? Let me see the Hermit. I'm sensing that you will try to do a legal separation within your situation, but I don't, again, I just don't see it happening, but we'll see when we get there. Yeah, it will devastate the news to your spouse when you do that. It will definitely do so. Whether your husband wants it or not, there's still another woman trying to enter that picture, okay? Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But he's very refusing. He doesn't want it. And he will just have no choice, because it's what you want. And if you're happy with that, then he has nothing else to do but, to let you go. Hurt him feeling confused and jealous, you know, struggling within his emotions, but still in love with you, and feeling left out of this situation when it could have been a good thing is what your spouse will be saying eventually. And you will be thinking that it will be a good thing once you separate from your spouse, that you're going to feel overwhelmed to start something new with someone. Okay? Yeah. But then you're going to start reminiscing, start thinking back of what have I done? Have I made this mistake? And I feel that you're going to do that whenever you decide to do a legal separation, and start thinking back, you know, can this be fixed eventually? I think once you find out how conniving popped in my head, the Libra is, I think it will make you reflect within yourself what mistakes have you made and have not made. And then you're going to want to try to fix the situation with your spouse, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. You're going to realize that you had a beautiful thing at home. I'm sorry, but I had to say that, okay? Only you know, what have you, the reasons why you've done what you've done. But I have to tell you that it happens, you cannot imagine how many times it happens where, you know, we always say, well, my spouse wasn't doing this, my spouse was being neglectful, I was needing this and I was needing that. You're both Virgos. Find your sun, moon, and rising signs from yourself and your spouse, and then look and see of all those signs which one is the best fit for you, and then use those signs to communicate and to bond again. And then depending on how long you've been married to your spouse, see if you can reconcile the situation before ending this marriage, because I feel that you will have some type of regret after the situation. Okay, if you're holding out for the Libra, I think that the intent is there from your side mostly, that you want to be in a committed relationship with him, and he will say, yes baby, once I can do this and once I can do that. But I feel that it's not going to take place, okay? Because you're going to realize that he's going to want to share you, or you're going to have to share the Libra with someone else. If not the spouse, someone else further down the line. So you need to keep that in mind. If that's what you want, then, you know, but I feel that your spouse is the one more suitable for you. I definitely see that your spouse is more suitable for you. And if you ever have a relationship with a Libra, it's going to be a very up and hill, up and downs, and more lonely times on your own. Meaning he will leave you lonely even for days at home if you decide to ever do something with a Libra, is what I'm sensing here. So just be wise at that. I think that the Libra seems to be not necessarily confused with what he wants, but also mostly what I can get or what I can have. And he feels that he can have you and he can have his spouse and someone else at the same time, is what I'm sensing here. Okay? But again, I definitely do see communication between you and that person. I definitely see you coming back with that person. I feel that you will be the one reaching out to him. And so if that's what makes you fulfilled, then go right ahead. It is what the heart wants, you know, what the body wants as well. And so most of the time we don't learn our lessons until we end up falling. Okay? It's just really what that happens, you know. Sometimes we're so blind into the situation and so in lust or in love, whatever it may be, and we don't realize it until we fall, that we've made a tremendous mistake. Okay? I definitely see some type, let me see here real quick. Okay, I'm going to do this real quick for you as an extra. I always go a long way for my clients, and I don't mind it because I want clarity and I want you to have the clarity for everything. Okay? Let me see here. Can you show me how much they need to know? And I'll tell you in a minute. If I see it, I'll let you know. Okay, show me how much they need to know. Show me how much they need to know. Okay. That's what it is. Let me see. You're definitely going to cheat on your spouse again. I can see that. We saw it on the first spread. So it's there. You're already thinking about it and wanting and hoping and whatnot. Okay? I definitely see that. I feel that there will be a conversation taking place in reference to you and your spouse between this. I see you not too happy when you're in your home environment. Hoping and thinking of someone else's. There, let me see here. Here we go. You're longing and waiting for that person to come back, is saying here. Okay. Thank you, Arcanas. Okay. No. I feel if you have some type of action in reference to a separation next year, it will be on hold because I don't see it happening. Okay? Yeah, I don't see it happening. Let me tell you, here it is, way out here, and yeah, no. Okay, I don't see any divorce happening for you, not even next year. Now you can change the predictions because I already said it, so you can decide to say, okay, no, I'm going to divorce. Okay, so you can change that prediction for yourself differently. Okay. But I feel that you will try to take a step for it, but I don't see it happening. I feel that this, when you start seeing again that Libra, that you're going to start seeing something that you're not too happy about, and that you're going to reconsider all your decisions, okay? Okay, thank you. Now let me see. They're going to show me. Thank you, Arcanos. They say one more. There you go. Now I'm looking for certain situations here, and then I'll tell you what I see. Ah, there we go. Definitely, he's coming back to your life. He's already thinking about you. He's already missing you and hoping that you will reach out to him and cheat on his spouse again. Okay. Well, there is a legal separation between them eventually sometime next year, or at least he's afraid of that situation, okay? But let me see here. So there will be a change, a withdrawal within this situation. I feel that there's another person coming in his life besides you further down the line next year. So that will be a downfall, or it is already a downfall in his situation, because he's talking to one and he's hoping that you will contact him. He's hoping to see you very shortly, okay? I'm trying to see where are you here? I didn't see you here. Yeah, so he's hoping to see you very shortly, but here I see another person. So that means that he's talking to somebody else. Yeah. So basically, he knows that you are in this end is past, present, and future for me. And then I see it in other different ways, different levels. So I feel that the divorce is still under the universe's hands. You know, making you decide to know your emotions quite well, depending on what situation. Again, I see more on the Libra and Aries side sense. That he's afraid that the spouse will be the one divorcing him once she catches him doing another situation, because I feel that she's aware of something that he has done prior to you, or including will also find out about you eventually if she doesn't know already, is what I feel. So if he has some type of legal separation within his marriage, will be because of the spouse, not because of him. And he will try to reconcile with the wife, because I didn't see a complete separation, complete divorce. I just saw within the situation separation. In your case, I did not see the actual divorce on this side. but I do feel that you're going to attempt to do a legal separation and then try to reheal it some type of way. I feel because eventually you're going to see certain things that you do not like about the Libra when he makes a return. Now, again, certain things you can change. When the Libra makes a return, because I do feel that you're going to try to reconnect with him. When he does come back into your life, I could tell you over and over everything all night, all day, but only you are in your own shoes and only you know what you feel and what he feels for you. So when he comes back, if you feel that he's being genuine to you, if you feel that you want to do anything, then reach out to me or whoever, and I will let you know what it is that you need. In this situation, if you want anything to do with him, then you're going to have to do certain different type of spells. You're going to have to work him to make sure that he maintains himself faithful to you and loyal to you, and you're going to have to work him in order for him to decide to leave the spouse before the spouse leaves him. And also you're going to have to work also the spouse so she can decide to leave him as well and move on with whoever it is that she has interest in. And there's just different type of situations that you will have to consider if you want to act on those situations, or just let the destiny plays as it is. If you want to hold on and wait for him, then you're going to have to consider the facts that when he comes into your life, there is a potential that you and him can have some type of commitment, but it's almost based on your thoughts and wants and needs. And I feel that he will always try to be a little bit manipulative toward his situation at hand, either with money, either with family, or either because he's either flirting with other people. I definitely see two other I see temptation in your end and in his end. I feel that you're not going to be accepting unless you decide to separate from your spouse completely and him. Then yes, I definitely see that Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer in your life as well as his. Okay, so I hope that this was help, and thank you.